You've seen the gorgeous makeovers on HGTV or any other renovation show.
Good morning, male family!
The dream kitchens, the stunning living rooms, the jaw-dropping before and afters. That happens in just a few days and supposedly on a very tight budget. It looks so effortless, right? Well, guess what? Your potential clients have seen it too. And no wonder they have a false impression of interior designers and interior design and how fast and cheap it can be. Well, here's the reality that doesn't make the final cut. Real design projects are not always quick, cheap, or easy to pull off without sacrificing quality. Those picture-perfect results, they're often a balancing act of three crucial factors: cost, time, and scope. In this video, I'm going to explain the iron triangle concept and why it's so important to explain this concept to clients. A solid understanding of this concept will increase client satisfaction, ensure the smooth running of your project, which will lead to increased profits for you. It's true that trying to do it all on a dime and a deadline without proper planning can lead to disappointment, not only on your side, but the client side as well. This is where the iron triangle concept comes into play. This concept is also known as the project triangle or the triple constraint. And it's a project management concept that interior designers need to integrate into their processes. By integrating it into your process and understanding it, it helps us guide clients in navigating the sometimes harsh realities of getting the best design within realistic constraints. If your client is thinking about diving into a project because it looks so easy on TV, stick around because I'm going to explain why balancing cost, time, and quality is more important than any quick fix on their favorite home makeover show. I also have to mention that these three constraints do not only apply to interior design, but to any project, from installing software in a business to deciding whether to hire someone new. Let's head to our triangle. So in our triangle, we have cost, which is also the budget, the financial resources that are allocated for the project. The next part is time, or the schedule. These are the timeline or deadlines by which the project must be completed. And the third part is the scope, or the quality. These are the features, the functionality, or the quality of the final output, which in interior design includes elements like style, material selection, layout, and overall aesthetic. In interior design projects, the iron triangle helps to illustrate the trade-offs between these factors. If you want a project done quickly, you may need to increase the budget or reduce the level of detail or complexity, which is the scope. If you want a high quality design, which is the scope, it may require more time or a larger budget. If you have a tight budget, it may impact the quality or lengthen the timeline for the project. This triangle is rigid and inflexible, and changing one will inevitably impact the others. Helping your clients understand this concept will help your project run more smoothly. And here's some tips to help you explain this concept to your clients so that you can have a smoother project and your clients can enter into the project with realistic expectations. Tip 1, explain the costs that go into a project. We have to consider material choices and labor costs. A balance between these two will help you offer a budget-friendly design so that you can keep the budget under control while still delivering beautiful design. And if a client wants luxurious finishes like a marble countertop or designer furniture, they have to understand that it will drive up the cost. If they're on a tight budget, you might want to suggest more affordable options like laminate instead of hardwood flooring. You could reduce the amount of detail in the design, or you could offer an off-the-shelf alternative, good quality pieces that align with your vision. Labor costs include the professionals that you hire to bring your design to life. If the design is complex and requires specialized work, labor costs will rise. It will depend on the location of the project, the time of year, and so on. And don't forget miscellaneous expenses, things like delivery fees, installation costs, or even permit fees for renovation. These can add up quickly, so it's important for your clients to understand that they need to factor in all these extras. Alternatively, pre-made furniture or simpler designs will lower labor costs. Talk about timeline. Explore typical time constraints on projects like kitchen renovations. Ensure that your clients' expectations are grounded in reality. Next, talk about potential time delays. For example, waiting for custom furniture or permit approvals, and how you have considered these issues and how you can manage these with contingency planning. If time is of an essence in a project, provide examples of how you might speed up, such as using ready-to-install projects or compromising on colors or particular pieces. But you have to be ready to explain the potential costs and quality trade-off. Practically, it's very difficult to see into the future and anticipate any timing issues. However, communication is key here. Don't make the client come to you. Ensure that you're checking in regularly by sending project updates. You could have a portal so that clients can see the progress of their project, or send an update email every week, even if nothing is happening. Tip number 3, looking at the quality or the scope. There are 3 considerations here. Client expectation. Discuss with the client the scope, which includes the number of rooms, design complexity, desired material, and how adjusting these elements impacts the time and the cost. Next, balance the aesthetics and functionality. Touch on how sometimes clients might want a high-end look with lots of customization, but scaling back might be necessary to fit within the time and budget constraints. Next is managing scope creep. You might want to provide real-world examples where scope can expand beyond the initial brief, like adding extra rooms or more custom features, and the effect this has on both cost and time. Tip number 4, communication, communication, and communication. I cannot say it more. Number 1, set the stage early. Bring up the iron triangle concept during your initial consultation. It's important to frame the conversation early so that clients understand the limitations and trade-offs from the very beginning. So here's how you can talk about it. You could say something like, every project is a balancing act between 3 key factors. It's important to prioritize which of these matters most to you, as adjusting one will impact the others. The next thing is you could use visual aids or analogies. For example, visualizing the concept can make it easier to grasp. You could show this simple triangle diagram that I showed you earlier. Essentially, you want the clients to understand that there are many moving parts in an interior design project, and anything could impact the time, the scope, and the cost of the project. The next thing is discuss the priorities with your client. So ask the clients from the very beginning to rank their priorities. Do they want the highest quality materials, or are they more focused on getting the project done quickly or on a strict budget? This helps you tailor your design recommendations early. You could say something like this: it's great to know your vision. Now, based on your top priorities, whether that's keeping costs low, finishing by your target date, or getting that perfect high-end look, we'll adjust the project to make sure that everything stays balanced. The next tip is to provide real-world examples. You can do this by sharing case studies or past project examples where the concept of an iron triangle played a role. You can explain situations where clients chose to prioritize cost and how it impacted the design or the timeline. You could explain it somewhat like this. In a previous project, a client wanted a luxury bathroom on a tight budget. We had to shift priorities, but found a high quality but cost-effective tile that mimicked the marble, allowing us to save on materials without sacrificing style. We also had to extend the timeline slightly to work with a more affordable contractor. The next thing is to be honest about the trade-offs. It's important to be clear and transparent. If a client is pushing for high-end materials but wants to keep the budget low, explain the real-world impact and manage expectations accordingly. You could explain it something like this. If we go with the custom furniture you love, it will increase the budget. To keep costs down, we could opt for high-quality, ready-made pieces instead. Or if that is a must-have, we'll need to extend the timeline to fit everything within your budget. Next, offer flexible solutions. Always present options to your clients, giving clients a sense of control by offering a few different solutions that align with the iron triangle approach. It's important never to shame your client. Approach every constraint as a design challenge. You could explain it something like this. Here are a couple of ways we can approach this. We can complete the project faster with more standard finishes, or we can take a bit longer and use the premium materials you love, but we'll need to allocate a bit more budget for that. The next thing is to handle scope creep gently. Scope creep happens when clients start requesting additional elements or changes during the project. You can use the iron triangle to explain how these requests will affect the existing plan. It's important to address scope creep very early on in the project and have a plan for dealing with extra requests, as this may affect pricing of your project. You can explain it like this. I love the idea of adding this feature, but to keep things within budget and on time, we'll need to make some adjustments elsewhere. Let's discuss which areas we can simplify, or we can extend the timeline a bit, or we might have to adjust our budget. The final tip is be aware of red flag clients. I think that there are two types of clients in these situations. The I want it all clients without having to pay for it. You'll need to be able to manage clients who often want fast, cheap, and high quality results, and explain why this might be unrealistic. And this may mean that this could be a project that you really are unable to help. Another type of client is one that is an HGTV fan. You need to maybe explain how DIY shows might mislead them into thinking that these projects can be done quickly and cheaply without sacrificing quality. The final thing I want to add is the role of technology in helping you manage the iron triangle. In today's world, technology is reshaping the way interior designers manage the delicate balance between cost, time, and scope. While the iron triangle has always been about making trade-offs, advances in digital tools and software have made it easier to optimize and streamline each of these areas. And here are some key ways technology is changing the game. Number one, design software and 3D visualization. Visualization tools like AutoCAD, SketchUp, or any 3D rendering software allow designers to create detailed and realistic visualizations of spaces. This not only improves the overall design quality, but also helps clients understand the full scope of the project before committing to decision making. It can help clients visualize furniture placement, lighting, and material combinations, reducing the risk of misunderstandings and the need for expensive changes later. It can also impact cost and time. With technology, designers can make changes quickly and present multiple versions of designs without starting from scratch, saving time and cutting down on the back and forth revisions. Instead of waiting for physical mood boards and samples, clients can see real-time changes in color schemes or furniture layouts in virtual models. This speeds up decision-making and helps keep projects on schedule. You can also implement project management software, and this can impact time and cost. General platforms like Notion, Asana, and Trello, or dedicated interior design software such as Programmer and Design Files, can help designers stay organized, on top of deadlines, and ensuring that tasks are tracked, timelines are followed, and no detail is overlooked. These tools make collaboration between clients, contractors, and suppliers more efficient, reducing costly delays. Designers can also use these tools to manage budgets, track expenses, and ensure that projects stay within financial limits, preventing scope creep from derailing the budget. These tools can also allow clients to check progress at any point, which fosters transparency and minimizes the risk of miscommunication about project timelines or costs. For example, if a client wants to add custom shelving halfway through a project, you can input the changes into the software, immediately updating the timeline and the cost. The client can see how this new request affects the overall plan, making informed decisions easier. Next, sourcing and procurement. This can impact cost and time. By using dedicated technology programs such as Programmer, you can streamline the procurement process, allowing designers to source materials and furniture faster and from multiple suppliers. Designers can compare prices in real time and find deals that keep costs down without compromising quality. It reduces the time spent on manual research and sourcing by consolidating all vendor information in one place. With automated order tracking and updates, designers can avoid supply chain delays and adjust their timelines accordingly. For example, instead of waiting weeks for supplier quotes or availability, designers can find alternatives or source more affordable options, keeping the project on schedule and budget. The next is the use of AI and automations. This can impact the scope of the project. AI is starting to play a role in design, from mood boards generated based on client preferences to AI-driven design suggestions. Though in their infancy, these tools help refine designs faster and more accurately, giving clients the high-end look they want without increasing labor costs. The automation of repetitive tasks like generating invoices, following up with contractors, or scheduling deliveries reduces the time spent on admin, allowing designers to focus on the creative side of the project without the risk of delays or going over budget. For example, AI-driven tools can analyze clients' preferences and generate several design options within minutes. This not only speeds up the initial design phase, but also reduces the need for multiple revisions, saving time and money. Communication tools can also help, and it can have a huge impact on time and cost. Using tools such as Zoom, Slack, or Microsoft Teams allow clients and designers, both externally and internally, collaborate within real time, no matter where they are. This means quicker feedback, fewer meetings, and faster decision making. It can also save money by reducing the need for in-person site visits or lengthy travel to client meetings. For example, designers can host virtual site walkthroughs with clients and contractors using VR or augmented reality, allowing for immediate input without needing everyone to be physically present, keeping the project moving and minimizing downtime. The last way is by using online client portals and payment systems. Client portals and online payment systems make it easier for designers to manage contracts, receive deposits, and track client approvals. Automating these administrative tasks reduces friction in the payment process, keeping cash flow steady and allowing for smooth project management. It also allows for more effective analysis for profitability. With a client portal, clients can improve design elements, sign contracts, and make payments online. This eliminates the time-consuming back and forth of emails and paperwork, speeding up project progress. Iron Triangle is not just a concept, it's a crucial framework that helps us as designers manage projects successfully. By understanding the trade-offs between cost, time, and scope, we can set clear expectations with clients and deliver high-quality results that align with their needs and their budgets. Remember, balancing these three factors is the key to avoiding project delays, budget overruns, and unrealistic expectations. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I share tips and strategies like this to help you grow your interior design business and manage projects more effectively. Comment below on how you handle balancing cost, time, and scope in your own projects. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you're interested in checking out some interior design platforms, I've reviewed both programmer and design files, so make sure to check them out. You can find the link somewhere up here. And if you're interested in finding out how I can help you grow your interior design business, check out my Design for Success program. I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.